Becky, and I promise to show you what this is. This is probably the favorite tool I've bought so far in my time working on cars and working a little bit at the shop. I was working at the shop when I bought this. This stuff is the full set. The case is just a little wet from some coolant that got in it while we're doing that motor. But it's a 1/2 inch 18 volt Matco impact gun. Heavy gun, but I love it. I call it my problem solver in a box, literally. Because whenever something gets stuck, I just pull this out, slap it, find the right socket, put it on there, and pull the trigger. It hasn't lost yet. When I got the bed for my truck, the bed bolts didn't want to come off by hand. We grabbed this thing. My buddy thought it wasn't going to do much because it was cordless. Blew the bed bolts clean off, not even a problem. Didn't snap, and he just took them straight out, which is nice. So it's an 18 volt, came with the gun, the battery, charger over here, and a full set of Matco impact sockets going from 21 down to 10 millimeter. Skipped to 20, but haven't seen a 20 yet. If I do, I'll just throw my chrome one on there and hope it doesn't blow up my face. Not my smartest choice, I know, but that's about all I got. So I'm just gonna roll with it. The reason I love this gun is, like I said, I use it on anything. I've used it from when I did the seats in my truck. The bolts were rusted on. Threw that on there. Straight off. Used it doing the bed. Used it doing my buddy's trucks a couple times when they have stuff they couldn't get off. They just call me. I'll loan it to only a couple guys I trust to loan it to because it's a really expensive gun. I think retailing all of this is close to $900. I got it for $750. The tool guy really took care of me, and I've been paying him. So he's very good guy to deal with. I'm happy he gave me a good deal on it because it's a big chunk of change. But overall, I can be happy with my purchase, as, like I said, it'll solve any problem I have. When it came down to doing the engine we tore down today, the head bolts were one of the main things we used it for because I had a hard time with them for some reason, so we just pulled that out. 16 millimeters close enough. We get the heads off. From the time we got the intake off and realized what we needed, 10 minutes, heads are off, literally. So that's pretty good, I'd say, for two guys, one of which, me, has never really torn down a motor before. My buddy has done a couple small blocks, but we still had to do some figuring out because this one was a pain in the butt. Overall, though, a very good day. We got that moving on. And then, actually, I'll just tell you something funny I did today. The F450 over here had a slight issue last week where the oil gauge in the truck that monitors the low-pressure oil pump stopped reading. Although the funny thing was, my dad was driving at the time. He just noticed the check gauge light came on, and according to him, all the gauges were fine. Well, when I got in the truck to test drive it and take it back to Mike's Diesel Performance where we had the work done, I immediately knew what the problem was, because as soon as I looked down, I realized our oil pressure gauge was at, you guessed it, zilch.